Welcome back to the channel, YouTubers. Doc Green here in the lawn shenanigans, and I just wanted to give you a brief update since the last time we did our fungal treatment. So if you recall, in the last video we saw this little brown area here that was beginning to develop, and of course we immediately thought rhizoctonia or brown patch, and so we treated the area with azoxystrobin. Now that was exactly 2 weeks ago, and so because we saw an infestation, we're going to make sure that we come along and treat again. So this time I am going to treat with propiconazole. I'm going to take that treatment and I'm going to simply add that propiconazole to my hose and then begin to spray. As you can see in the lawn looks pretty good for August. We have been blessed here in the Middle Tennessee area. We've been blessed to have an exceptional amount of rainfall this summer. Early part of the summer, I think June or July, we've had some exceptional amounts of rain, so that has really helped in terms of lawn maintenance, but that has also presented a unique challenge in that with excessive high heat and humidity along with moisture, that is an ever challenging battle with fungus. And so that's why this year has been exceptionally rough with the fungal treatment. Got a little bit of crabgrass sticking out there. I guess that's a little bit of henbit, so I'll get to that. This area right here, as I told you all, this area was strictly due to a breakdown in my water coverage, because there's a sprinkler about right there in the lawn, and so as you can see down here, it doesn't quite reach to the curve. So in my poor man's irrigation system, I'm going to have to adjust that when I start my fall overseeding. However, I am going to show you a product that you can use that will smoke this here crabgrass and turn it as white as you see it there. The brown parts that you see right there, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the brown parts that you see right there was first as white as snow because of the treatment. And so this whole little crescent here is the result strictly for the water breakdown in my irrigation system. So, but considering that this was an emergency lawn renovation project because of me not attending to the fungus when I overseeded my lawn last year, I think the results look pretty good. Here you have the side lawn right here, and once again I think the results are pretty good. This area that you see right here, it was hot spots, and I used H2O maximizer. So again, I think the lawn looks pretty good, pretty fresh, considering it's exceptionally tall now because I hadn't cut it, and I don't intend on cutting it for another 2 days, and it rained yesterday. So I am going to do my treatment for fungal brown patch again, and I'm going to use once again a trusted hose and sprayer for a product like this. I'll leave a link or description. I'll leave a link in the description below. But this is a pretty good product. I am using it now because when I start my overseeding project, I am going to start in September. So I am going to work on overseeding the lawn in September, because if you notice here, I have these giant oak trees, and they don't do justice with turf type tall fescue. They don't do justice when you overseed in October, as many people recommend, because as soon as you seed, say early to mid-October, then by the time your seed germinates, then your entire lawn will then fall victim to the foliage from the trees. And I tried that a couple of years in a row, and I tried that, and it was just holy drama trying to blow off the leaves, or trying to then mulch the leaves and do all that kind of stuff. So something that, again, through trial and error, I was like, hey, what if I start in September? How much of the grass would grow in September? Yes, it's still a little warm here in the Middle Tennessee area, but I was wondering how much of the grass would grow. And even if I was willing to accept 75 to 80%, if 75% of my grass grew, I was willing to accept that, than to try and deal with those large oak trees. And so, shockingly enough, the grass grew just fine. But I am going to save the other half of the azoxystrobin. I am going to save that for September, because that's a real good fungicide for something known as Pythium. And Pythium, again, will attack your grass with high humid, high watering conditions. And so that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what happened last year. And so I had to hurry up and kill that off, and then reseed. So the lawn that you see here was not the original seed that I planted last year. This is actually the emergency recovery seed, and I think it looks pretty good. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you like the content that we're presenting, please like and subscribe, and continue to join in and watch the channel, because we're going to gear up here in the next few weeks. We're gearing up for fall, and we're going to overseed, and we'll have a how-to video with step-by-step process of how to overseed your lawn, so that you can turn your lawn into something like this. Thanks everybody for joining.